Welcome to Club Buzz with DJ Locust. As far as our opening hand goes, yes, we're going to keep on this one. I love it. We've got four lands in our hand, Reliquary Tower, which is really good. It's going to allow us to get a few extra cards and make something like a wheel effect really nice. And then also Swiftfoot Boots, which is going to give us some much needed protection against any sort of spot removal that our Golgari opponent might be playing. So let's go and lead off with Arid Mesa. And we'll go and crack Arid Mesa, grab ourselves a blue-red source. That way I don't forget about it whenever we're talking about commanders. So let's grab ourselves a Steam Vents. There we go. Not going to pay 2 life. And then we'll kick it back over there. So we are playing the Locust God, Mr. DJ himself. Flying, whenever you draw a card, create a 1/1 blue and red insect creature token with flying and haste. Then for a 4-mana activation, draw a card, then discard a card. Then whenever the Locust God dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. And shout out to our opponent for this beautiful swamp. I love those Odyssey swamps. They look so good. Let's go Wooded Foothills. And I think at this point, just leave up Remand. We could go for Swiftfoot Boots. Yeah, let's leave up Remand. Let's see if we can't catch something with Remand. I like catching something early with Remand. That'll allow us to go for Monolith, and then hopefully kind of build up our board state. Play against the Scar Striped. Each creature card in your graveyard has Scavenge, which you can see that Dreadbore, the Phyrexian Dreadnought was a beautiful play. Let's crack Wooded Foothills. Let's go for Remand. Grab Volcanic Island, and let's go Remand. That would send it back to the hand. They can recast it and get down Monolith and kind of just delay the turn for a second. We go Mountain, and let's go Monolith. And then that'll put us on for Locust God next turn. Yeah, I like that. And then we're going to go and pass the turn. So then has Scavenge, sacrifice another creature, regenerate them, and then put counters equal to its Scavenge cost. So you can see where you lead off Phyrexian Dreadnought. You go for Dreadnought. You don't have the power to keep it on the battlefield, and you sacrifice it. Then you can just put 12 counters casually on your commander. Really fun play to go for. Ooh, and the Mana Crypt. That is exactly what we wanted to see. So let's go Locust God. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. That's going to allow us to get down the Locust God. We can go Mana Crypt. Look at this. Oh, this is a beautiful hand. Then we go Mountain. We go for Swiftfoot Boots off of Mana Crypt. It's going to be 1, 2. It's like we're playing Modern Affinity. And then we pay that 1 mana. There we go. Swing in for 4. We'll be able to dodge that Uazama's Jitte and be in a really good spot. So we're going to knock them down to 26. That will be 4 total commander damage, and then pass the turn back over to them. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors, MTGOTraders. If you want to play Commander, if you want to play Modern, if you want to play Legacy, be sure to hit up MTGOTraders. They have a whole assortment of cards for you to choose from. And also shout out to inkedgaming.com. Use coupon code JOLT to get 10% off your order and help the channel at the same time, whether it's a custom play map or any sort of dice bag. They've got a ton of options over there. Just head over there and check it out. You can also click on the link down in the description below to kind of apply that coupon to your cart. And then also, I started a Patreon, so if you'd like to contribute to that, you certainly can. No pressure to do that. You can get your name at the beginning or the ending of the credits and help the channel out. You know, just kind of going towards cards here and there, computer parts and new cameras, different things like that. But no pressure to do that. But if you want to, much obliged. I would certainly appreciate that. Now, it is officially free time. We can have some fun. But yes, we haven't played the Locust God in a pretty good minute, so I'm actually pretty excited about this match. Let's go and choose Tails on this one. 1 to flip. We are 1 for 1 on our Mana Crypt triggers. And then Mana Confluence. So we get down an insect token. I think we just end up going Reliquary Tower. We go. There's a lot of busted stuff you can do with Ashnod's and Altar in this deck. We go Ashnod's Altar, and then we go for Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I like that. So let's go Wheel of Fortune. That's going to give us a fresh set. Oh, look at that. Always yield to the Locust God, and we're going to yield to this Madness cost. See if they want to end up casting that. Nothing too crazy as far as what we just wheeled into. We could I mean, look at those insect tokens. I love it. We can actually end up going for Whirlpool Warrior. Yeah, I think that'd be really good. Let's sacrifice the insect token. And you can see this is why the Locust God is just really dumb sometimes. We're going to shuffle our cards back into there. Oh, look at that. And then let's go and push in. And we might have been able to get a few extra damage. So that's going to be 14. It's going to be 17 coming across. Puts them down to 7. And then we'll kick it back over to our opponent. So you can see this is why the Locust God is just kind of busted, especially in 1 versus 1 commander. And you got a ton of mana rocks. You just simply go for a wheel effect. Even if the Locust God had tokens that didn't have haste, let's see if this is a board wipe. We're going to make sure the All right, opponent's going to scoop it up. I don't blame them. Shout out to our opponent for the awesome basics they have on their side of the battlefield. This was a very, like, 100% best case scenario type of draw for us to get going with the Locust God, but this is what he is certainly capable of. And so I'll probably still end up posting this video depending on what sort of hodgepodge of Locust God videos that I can assemble today. But yeah, shout out to our opponent for sticking this one out as long as they did. The Locust God is kind of busted sometimes, but hopefully they enjoyed their time at Club Buzz. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Welcome to Club Buzz with DJ Locust. As far as our opening hand goes, ooh. Yeah, this is a... We've got an early reman and two... Yeah, man, I'm not wild about it. We could, in a weird world, we could maybe make this work, but let's go and mulligan. Ooh, yes, and I love this hand. This is a beautiful opening hand. Not opening hand, but a mulligan hand. And also, we do have the London mulligan, which we're going to keep on this. And I forget how it works. We have to put one card on the bottom. And I guess at this point, since we're playing against Rakdos, actually, we'll probably just put Kindred Discovery on the bottom. I think we're okay with that. Or are we going to be in a spot where we're going to flash in Dictate of Crew Fix? Yeah, I think we want to do that. Let's put Kindred Discovery on the bottom, and let's go... I guess Shivan Reef? No, actually, we'll go Spire Bluff Canal. That way we can go for Brainstorm, kind of see what we're going to go for. And then anything else will pass the turn. Yes, I'm going to remember that we have Brainstorm and a Fetch Land, and we're going to use that interaction. Every time I get down Brainstorm, I always lead off with our Fetch Land, and I forget to talk about that interaction of how good Brainstorm is with the Fetch Land. So, in fact, let's go ahead and go for Brainstorm. And that way, if we don't like what we see, we can shuffle some stuff away. Frantic Search. Okay, so we need to put 2 cards back on top. And actually, I guess I don't really mind Desolate Lighthouse in this matchup. So, and then Fabricate could be good. Let's put, we'll put Mountain back on top. We'll put Desolate Lighthouse back on top. So that way we can draw into that Desolate Lighthouse. And that'll put us on for Frantic Surge and kind of shuffle away that other land. So, let's go Scalding Tarn. And that's going to cut us off anything else that we can do. So we'll go Scalding Tarn and then I'll jump right into our commanders. Alright, so we run into Desolate Lighthouse. Let's go Scalding Tarn. And then before I forget, we're just going to go on and crack and grab ourselves Steam Vents. That way we don't have to shock it in later. There we go. Steam Vents coming to play tap. That's fine. And we'll just tap down the Spire Bluff Canal and pass the turn while we cover Commander. So we're playing the Locust God, Mr. DJ himself. Flying whenever you draw a card, create a 1/1 blue and red insect creature token with flying and haste. Then for a 4-mana activation, draw a card, then discard a card. Then whenever the Locust God dies, return to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. We're playing against Rakdos, the Showstopper. Flying and trample, whenever Rakdos enters the battlefield, flip a coin. And then I'll cover the rest of that in just a second. So let's go. Yes, Desolate Lighthouse? I think we're okay with that. So we go Frantic Search, draw a couple cards, then discard 2 cards. Then we can go for Monolith. Yeah, I like that. That'd be a really nice turn 3. So we're going to go Frantic Search, draw 2 cards, and then untap 3 lands. Shared Animosity. And I guess Shared Animosity would actually be pretty good, but I think I kind of just like going for Fabricate. But if we're going to end up going for that, we can actually get rid of Mountain and then Dictate. Yeah, that's the better line to go for. 1, 2, 3. Untap Desolate Lighthouse. Let's go for Monolith. And it's funny because I'm recording the Locust God today, and I just keep running into Monolith. It just works into a beautiful turn 4 Locust God. So we'll take it. Anything else, kick it back over there. So playing against Rakdos, the Showstopper, flying and trample, and then whenever Rakdos enters the battlefield, flip a coin for each creature that isn't a demon, devil, or imp. And if you're keeping score at home, we have none of those in our deck, pretty much. Yeah, pretty sure we don't. And then destroy each creature whose coin comes up tails. So I just really enjoy the thought of Rakdos just swinging that staff around or whatever sort of weapon that is, or scythe, I think that's what it is. So they end up going for that and just sacrificing all of these nice little Locust things we've got down. Now, what we can end up doing, if we want to play this one a little bit slow, is we can go Fabricate to grab some protection for the Locust God. But I think at this point, I just like getting the Locust God down. Yeah, let's do that. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. If they've got spot removal, they've got it. But we're going to be staring down a Locust. Yeah, because let's see. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They make the land drop. That'll be 6. They go for Rakdos and allow them to untap. But we just don't really have anything that gives our the Locust God indestructible at this point. And then we can go Fabricate and Sculpt. Yeah, let's just go and get the Locust God down. If they've got it, they've got it. At least that'll force him to go for Rakdos, and then we'll see what we can kind of hodgepodge assemble from there. Let's go Ancient Tomb, and then anything else, we'll kick it back over there. So we did cover both commanders. It is officially free time. We can have some fun. Now, depending how this video is, I recorded a Locust God video earlier that went by pretty quick, so you'll probably end up seeing this one at the beginning, or see at the beginning of this video. So we'll see what this video has in store for us, and go from there. But yeah, it's been a minute since we've played the Locust God, and always enjoy playing him. But Locust God is a little bit busted in 1v1 commander, to be honest. In fact, if you're thinking about building the Locust God, now in a multiplayer setting, there's 3 more people at the table that can kind of help keep a lot of stuff in check with the Locust God. But to be perfectly honest, you know, this may not be the deck that you want to build. It just kind of depends. You know, there's a lot of times where the Locust God is just hot and cold. You know, there's a lot of times where you just get a ton of insect tokens down, you get a ton of wheel effects going, and you end up getting just a huge board stain. There's other times where you just get hated out of the game. So if you're thinking about building the Locust God, just kind of keep that in mind. Something you want to keep in mind. That, and actually, since we're staring down a ton of destruction, let's have the Locust God go to the graveyard instead of the command zone. Because what's going to end up happening is I'm going to start talking, I'm going to forget about it, and why won't it let us... Graveyard knock, there we go. Alright, so if something ends up happening to the Locust God, we can at least put that down and bring it back to our hand, get a little bit of a reduced cost, and kind of keep that going. Now, as far as the revealed zone, I'm not entirely sure what just happened. Enters the battlefield, exile cards, do you hit a non-land card? If it's converted mana cost 4, repeat this process. So that drops them all the way down to 20. Now, instead of going for Rakdos and going for the coin flip and getting rid of the Locust God, they're going to pass with an open Locust God. So I'm actually A-okay with that. And we'll keep the reveal zone popped up on what they reveal. But that's pretty cool. Pretty nice little flip-off Demon Lord. And now this will stop us from swinging in with the Locust God. It is a 4-4. But at this point, we just want to get some good insects going. And that's... kind of the name of the game. So let's see what we draw into. Draw into Thought Vessel. So that'll be an additional insect token. And I think at this point we just go Skull Clamp, which sounds really good. So let's go Reef. We go Fabricate. That's going to be blue, and then Ancient Tomb. And we could grab... I don't think we have any sort of indestructible. We'll get this popped out. Yeah, we don't. So let's just go Skull Clamp. Let's grab ourselves a Skull Clamp and... about to see the wonderfulness that is the Insect God. So we're going to go Skull Clamp on Insect Token, and then we can use this last Spire Bluff Canal to cash in a little bit more card draw. This can be 2... Oh, look at that Soul Ring. I'll take that. That'll be another Insect Token, and let's go Soul Ring. And that's one of the good things about this deck is we just have a ton of mana rocks in here. We're going to add that mana down. Let's clamp onto one more insect token. And for a while there, when 1v1, they banned all the fast mana. That really did end up hurting the Locust God. But you can see where, hey, we're doing it okay now that they have the fast mana back. Let's lose that last colorless mana on another insect token. And then draw 2 more cards. There we go. All right, and we already did make the land drop for the turn. And at this point, we just want to swing in with insect tokens, so we're fine with this. So we're going to push in with these insect tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4. And thankfully with this Soul Ring, so even if our opponent does end up getting down Rakdos the Showstopper, they have some sort of spot removal, we've gotten to the point now where we just generate a pretty good chunk of mana, and so we can pretty much get it down. And to really take advantage of the Locust God, you just need 6 mana and then 3 mana for a wheel effect, and then you're good to go. Now our opponent is sitting at 17. We do have Earthquake in our hand. It deals X damage to each creature without flying in each player. So we might be able to kind of set up some sort of, it's going to be a lot of mana to get to X equals 17, but we might be able to kind of sync with something to where if we get a little bit extra mana, maybe some mana crypt, but it is a line of play to keep in mind that we can deal some damage to our opponent. As far as next turn goes, I really like okay, so let's see. See if we get the coin flips. Let's see if old Locust God is going to stick around, and let's make sure that we do have that stop set up to where the Locust God does go to the graveyard. Okay, so Locust God, we're going to have Rakdos trigger, and once again, we're going to click on the Locust God, so it is going to go to the graveyard, not the command zone. Oh, bummer. Alright, so Locust God is going to get hit with Rakdos entering the battlefield. Look at that grin on his face, and we're going to be able to bring it back at the next end step. Like I mentioned, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that's going to give us 2 mana to play around with Skull Clamp. Don't mind drawing a few extra cards. That's going to be them swinging in for 6. We'll see if we can somehow get down Shared Animosity. That's really going to help us push these insect tokens. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think if we're going to go for Shared Animosity next turn, yeah, let's do that. So we go Sorrowful Falls. Yeah, we need to get as many insect tokens on the battlefield if we want to close this out. So let's go Locust God. Alright, so we're going to cast the Locust God, and I think we just want to, we can end up going for Preordain if we wanted to. That's going to give us another card draw, but just, Skull Clamp, let's go for it. It's going to be Shivan Reef. That's going to give us 2 more. Basically, we can spend 1 mana to get 2 more insects on the battlefield, which is exactly what we want to see. Ooh, Terminate. Okay, so that will end up getting the, yeah, we can't stop that, nope. We do have some free counter spells in here, but unfortunately we don't have any right now. Alright, so that's going to at least still give us 2 card draw. Legacy, okay. And yeah, let's just go and Skull Clamp again. Now that does clear the way for them to swing in for 12. Hopefully we can grab one of our pieces that might be able to send something back. Ooh, and then Mana Vault. Yeah, let's go Mana Vault. Yeah, that'll be good. So we go Mana Vault, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's going to give us 12 total mana. Let's dump this island, and then we'll dump, I guess at this point, Mountain, and then Thought Vessel. Yeah, that'll be okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So, Mana Vault certainly does help our game plan. That's going to be 3 mana. It kind of gives us a reduced cost off the Locust God. And we might be able to kind of sequence a really nice Windfall to kind of swing in and get down Shared Animosity. That's a lot of mana, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to be 6 with the Locust God. We might actually be able to do that. That's going to be the Locust God for 6, 3 with Windfall, and then 3 with Shared Animosity. So that might end up working. We'll see. They're going to be able to swing in for 6, 12. That's going to put us down to 7. Yeah, unless they got something kind of crazy on their side of the battlefield, we might be able to rack up a really nice Shared Animosity and kind of just steal the game. Now, it kind of depends on how they decide to swing in. If they have some more spot removal, that will certainly stop us. But you can see what this deck is certainly capable of. It's going to put our opponent on having another piece of spot removal to stop the Locust God. That's what makes the Locust God such just a bully deck to play against in Commander sometimes, or at least in 1 versus 1. It's just how busted. You can just steal games in the middle of nowhere sometimes. Alright, so opponent's going to get down Sad Robot. That's going to be an additional lane on the battlefield. Let's see what else they have for the turn. They end up going for Night's Whisper. That certainly does help us out, getting their life total down. And if they tap down that Ancient Tomb, that'll certainly allow us to get some good stuff going too. Alright, and they will end up swinging with Rakdos and Demon Lord. So that's going to be 12 coming across. Puts us down to 7. It's really going to, and 6 commander damage. So we're in a pretty good spot. So let's see what we draw into. Maybe it's another Mana Crypt or something. That'd be pretty good. Not going to pay for Mana Vault. We are good, buddy. And then let's see. Ooh, there we go. Cyclonic Rift. Okay. Now, let's say we go, let's just make sure we got the mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's going to be 6 for the Locust God, 6 for Shared Animosity, and then 6 for Windfall. Yeah, I mean, even if we end up going for Demon Lord, I'd rather just go for it now. If they've got another piece of spot removal, they've got it. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to go for the Locust God. We go for Shared Animosity. And then we go for Windfall. We're going to discard their hand and draw cards. Now, this is the spot. If they've got spot removal, they've got it. If we end up going for Windfall, that's going to be 5. Actually, this is going to be 6 insect tokens on the battlefield. Let's always yield to these Locust God triggers. And then once we swing in with Shared Animosity, we can actually still get the land drop down for the turn, which is still going to give us... Alright, but it's going to skip it up on that one. See, I told you, this is where the Locust God is just busted sometimes. You just win out of the middle of left field. Your opponent thinks they're going to have the game, and then you just go for a wheel effect and get the Locust God down and use something like Shared Animosity. So if you don't see how the win was going to happen, long story short, with Shared Animosity, whenever a creature you control attacks, it gets +1 until end of turn for each other attacking creature that shares a creature type with it. So we get the land drop down, we swing in with these insect tokens, let's say we end up going for Skull Clamp. That's going to be 2 more tokens. That's going to be 7. Each creature is going to get +7/+0 swinging in, which is going to be more than enough to close the game out. So, thankfully for a, well, either way, even if shared animosity, we probably still would have closed it out. But our opponent's life total did get down pretty low, thanks to Demon Lord. But it's going to be a really nice club buzz. So if you enjoyed your time at the club, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.